Alright, making a video. I had planned to talk a little bit about the whole, whatever, stand-in, or sit-in, or eat-in at Wall Street thing. And yeah, I'm a little cynical about it, because it's the usual kind of teabagger kind of bullshit. Complex problem, simple solution. And it's offering nothing. I mean, what we need is somebody to vote for. That's what we need. All right, we're going to have an election next year. We're not going to have any choices there. We're going to have evil and evil straight out this time. And that's what they should be working on. Put something in front of us, anybody. A frog. They should all be, they should put a frog in a bowl and say, let's all vote for the frog. Because yeah, we're not getting anything. These people running our world are assholes. And yeah, let's elect a stick or a pile of cat shit. But fuck these assholes. And that kind of thing is the solution here. We need real solutions. Throwing stones at Wall Street ain't gonna do it. So yeah, I can't really get excited about it. Anyway, the fact that a few people are motivated too. The motivated are usually the bitter. And that's about it. So anyway, to get to the other subject. So AproposOfWetSnow made a snarky, shitty, crappy video. Really unnecessary. And I won't respond in kind. This is where I tripped yesterday, so being more careful. Okay. He's still trying to get me. Anyway. Yeah, just a rotten, lousy crap critique. And then he did an interview with Professor Anton. I haven't seen all of that yet. But yeah, it's just boring as boring can be. Blah, 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 mush, mush, mush. There's just so much. I mean, I took some notes. But I mean, it's all this whining about reductionism. Whining about the fact that there's a context to our existence where we actually do know some truth here. We do know what the game is, and it's all basically bullshit. And these guys just say, embrace the bullshit, as long as the bullshit is not revealing the bullshit. If you're out there telling people it's bullshit, oh, that's evil. But if you're juggling or whacking off, you're whacking off better than anybody's ever whacked off before, well, then you're truly a marvelous example of great human being. You're wisely and brilliantly using your time. It's just such empty nonsense. I'm just so sick of the pretentiousness of these people. And they Anton keeps using words like hiding from responsibility, when that's the ultimate end result of this. Get lost in the bullshit. That's hiding from responsibility. I mean, when you know there's a truth, when you know there is an answer to the question, and you keep pretending there's not an answer to avoid having to take responsibility for the truth, that's hiding from responsibility, fucker. That's the definition of it, and that's all you're embracing. It's just it's just so annoying. This is all contradiction all over the place. These assholes on the internet complaining about assholes on the internet. I mean, come on. The medium isn't the problem. Video makers aren't the problem. A lack of balls by these pretentious philosophers and their broken and eccentric jargon. They're the ones who've demonstrated they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. It's that simple. They can only function in an environment of pretense, of accepted lies. Let's all pretend that life's mysterious. Okay, that'll be one of our premises, and that we can't say anything and we don't know anything. And so now let's talk about everything in the context that we don't know anything. And won't that be fascinating? No, it'll be a colossal waste of fucking time. I mean, it's so stupid. And it all comes down to this. The funny thing is they accuse other people of reductionism. Oh, it's horrible. Dissection. The last thing you want to do is dissect something to figure out how it works. No, don't do that. And then they come up with these tritisms they live by. This crap, this don't worry, be happy is all they're saying. Like gray text, they're saying life's a journey, not a destination. It's just trite, simplistic mush. It's nothing. There's no philosophy there. And they'll quote their old dead philosophers, one sentence maybe. Not even that. I don't even think you get any exact quotes because it's all mumbo jumbo. There's no talk about anything real, just existential bibble babble. They make up these words, singularity and the rest of this crap. Doesn't mean anything. And then they get all, people, some asshole have to comment saying that singularity just means more intelligence. Well, I guess if that's all it meant, then why don't they just say more intelligence? When we achieve more intelligence, if that's all it means. No, they say singularity because it means like there's some sort of ultimate intelligence or some sort of communion. And that's what it's used as by 90% of people. So, your little preaching about what the definition should be, it's not my word in the first place, but you got to deal with how the word's used by the world, not how you think what you think it means. Jesus. So anyway, part of Apropos' critique was that I'm just too common. I'm too working class a philosopher. Because I don't have my decoder ring, and I don't talk in strangled and over-articulated mush. What a crime, what a criminal I am to get to the fucking point. And then he argues that I'm getting to the point in some unstylish way on top of it, because I'm a human being, and I am part of the conversation. The me that's just the human trying to struggle through it. So I mean, you're a criminal if you're not over complicating the subject matter, and if you're speaking and expressing yourself as a human being. And then this pretentious asshole will just in another conversation say exactly the opposite. That people need to be more genuine. I mean, what a fucking crock of shit. Yeesh, disgusting. But that's the real problem, is that the challengers just don't have the stuff. They got no argument, and so they're going to keep complaining about the umpire's unfair, or their foul territory is too big. The fences are too far away. They're going to keep complaining about the stadium or something. But they got no game. And that's what it comes down to. They got no game. They're just preaching this, from the old book. It really is just another rendition of you think too much. That's the books they ought to read. All right, you think too much. Keep it simple, stupid. Just be an ass. There's just nothing to say. So anyway, I mean, deconstruction, reductionism, they use these terms like that's some sort of rape. Like, oh my God. And that's the perspective I'm going to come from, because that's my qualification. I spent my life deconstructing and constructing and building and fixing, and it works. If you want to understand a system, you take the system apart, you figure out how it works. But these people are so glued to the idea that the system has no workings, that there is no dynamic. Anton even said it. You know, he said absence of complete system. So they're always going to try to find a monkey wrench of unicorn phantasmagorical glitter to throw into any kind of machinery and say, there, it's dependent on that. That's what really makes it run. You know, and it doesn't. We can see how the mechanism works, and they're just going to keep trying to aggrandize it, keep trying to disguise it so they can hide from responsibility, so they can run like hell from the responsibility of knowing better, of knowing the facts and the figures and the reality of the circumstance, and that they can't drink and drive anymore, or whatever the conclusion is. But yeah, the truth points right at it, and it says, well, this is going to be a confinement now. This is going to be a restriction on your silly notions of accomplishment, your silly notions of achievement and gratification. This is where they're going to get, annihilated by the fact that there is this thing, this imposition of a real context on top of your superficial context. And that just because you think it tastes good doesn't mean it tastes good. It's not that simple. Alright. Yeah, it's, reading notes while I'm walking, not a good idea. Just so much. They talked a little bit about Rand and this idea that it's a simple idea or something. And that's all they're selling, though. They're just selling more simplicity, the simplicity of fog. They're using fog to simplify. Anton keeps using this word ambiguous, as if everything is just, no, we don't know the context. It's green for unknown reasons. The ground is hard for unknown reasons. It's just kind of fog. We don't really understand it. No, it's too complicated. And, and especially when it comes to the nuance of human psychology, yeah, it's just open to all this vagary, all this, our consciousnesses, the universe, reflecting on itself. No, it's not just a scheming device attached to a biological organism that has been designed to replicate itself in an environment. No, we have to introduce the fog, because that truth is too obnoxious to their fairy tales, to their rationalizations. I think that's what it comes down to, is they're invested in their own, it's like if you're good at something, you'd want that something to be highly respected in the world, because then you're king. You don't want to be good at something totally useless, and if you are, you want to try to make that useless thing something socially admirable and demanded. And that's the nature of the beast. So that's all these people are expressing, I think. It's coming out of this notion that they want to keep their value system intact, what drives their ego, and keep it meaning something. And it's only going to mean something in a world that does value or respect nonsense and outright evil. So that's the other irony of it all. But they're both very nihilistic. Anton said something, these one little lines here and there, and you say, oh shit, that exposes a lot. Call this like chattering monkeys. Oh fuck. Navigating for future success. Something like that. But yeah, it's almost like this whole status quo thing. That's what we really should be. It's that we should be driven not by doing the right thing, but doing anything. And it's just like, no, anything isn't good enough. there are good things and there are bad things. And again, this whole, just annihilate the notion that there's a distinction. How you doing? What's the point of doing that? I mean, it's not that it doesn't have a point. I mean, obviously it has a point of convenience, because now you can rationalize your own gluttony or your own indulgences, you know, because now you've, you know, made something eccentric or silly meaningful, tower building or whatever it would be, pushing rocks up hills. Because you're really good at pushing rocks up hills, you know, you're going to keep that as being a social meme. Yeah, we just have to be good hill rock pusher things. You know, you got to do it in a context and just satisfying your obligations. I said in the other video, you know, I made the little, you know, one line, you know, is a soldier finding meaning in life, a good soldier. I don't think that's finding meaning in life. It's taking a paycheck to fuck the world up. You know, that's not brilliant. Yeah, there's just so much. I probably should, well, you can't really play these videos. They're just so, there's so much crap. You know, it's like you don't want to put all that crap in your video to respond to the crap. But again, there's the truth. It's not my fault. The truth isn't glamorous or complicated or, you know, whatever you're wanting from it. And yeah, you might want to blame me for not being stylish enough in my delivery, or, you know, I don't have my pinky out. The drapes don't match the rug, but whatever. I don't, that kind of shallow critique, you know, says more about you than me. So if that's all the weapon you have against my philosophy is to degrade me, well, you're just making it clear that you don't really have an argument. Deers leaping and such. Yeah, so fuck you. But yeah, it's the same old, you know, we've been fighting back and forth. Same old, same old. And I'm just not gonna, I mean, there's plenty to pick on, but why bother? You know, you want to get personal? Well, go ahead. But you're still lost. You're still losing the intelligent argument. The argument about the substance, you're still throwing nothing more than spitballs. So, yeah, I win there. Anyway, till next time, and such.